So yesterday Netanyahu releases this video after he tells the cabinet, the Israeli cabinet, that he's going to start allowing aid in. And there's two components to this. One is what the Israelis are doing right now. Netanyahu is described as kind of an interim week-long or so period where they're going to work. They're going to allow certain numbers of aid trucks in. Although yesterday, the first day of it, they said they were allowing 5 aid trucks in. Estimates are minimum 500 to 600 are needed a day, and that's conservative to address what's going on. So
welcome back to our channel. Today, we're unpacking a critical analysis from Ryan Grimm and Jeremy Scahill on the ongoing crisis in Gaza. Their insights shed light on Israel's strategies, U.S. involvement, and the implications of recent humanitarian and diplomatic maneuvers. Ryan Grimm and Jeremy Scahill highlight alarming developments indicating Israel's apparent strategy in Gaza may be approaching what they describe as a final solution, aiming at total displacement and reoccupation. They point to explicit statements by Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Netanyahu and Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, openly tying humanitarian aid to strategic displacement of Palestinians from Gaza. Smotrich notably justified limited aid as necessary to maintain international support while continuing aggressive military actions aimed at expelling Palestinians. One significant example discussed is Israel's controversial aid distribution scheme. Instead of utilizing established humanitarian organizations like UNRWA, Israel proposes creating new centers staffed by private security firms and NGOs. The distribution centers are strategically located to force Palestinians from northern Gaza to move permanently southward, a one-way displacement described explicitly by Israeli Army radio as designed to completely empty the northern Gaza Strip of its population. The discussion further reveals complexities involving the U.S. administration, particularly contrasting the roles and potential leverage of Biden and Trump. A striking case involves the U.S. citizen Edon Alexander, captured by Hamas and subsequently released. Hamas reportedly claimed an agreement brokered through Trump envoy Steve Witkoff guaranteed U.S. pressure on Israel to lift the Gaza blockade and a call by Trump for an immediate ceasefire. Promises Hamas asserts were never honored. This breach severely damaged trust and complicated further ceasefire negotiations. Moreover, Qatar, an essential mediator, has expressed frustration with the United States for not honoring these commitments, highlighting the difficulties and mistrust inherent in diplomatic efforts. The implications are severe, potentially affecting ongoing and future negotiations. Scahill and Grimm explored Trump's enigmatic role. While Trump publicly maintains unwavering support for Israel, there's speculation he possesses unique leverage over Netanyahu, influenced by his business and political interests in the Gulf region. Arab leaders reportedly urged Trump privately to intervene decisively to end hostilities, positioning him paradoxically as a potential peace broker, despite recent diplomatic failures. Hamas's negotiation stance is clearly articulated. They demand concrete frameworks for ending hostilities, including direct public commitments from Trump, formal international recognition of previous Israeli violations, and symbolic gestures like a handshake between negotiators, highlighting deep distrust rooted in historical grievances. On the international stage, some European countries have begun signaling potential economic repercussions for Israel. Yet Grimm and Scahill emphasize such pressures remain largely symbolic without substantial U.S. support, underscoring the critical influence America holds in either perpetuating or resolving this crisis. Ultimately, Grimm and Scahill portray a grim scenario. Israeli strategies in Gaza, underpinned by statements from its leadership, suggest deliberate, systematic displacement efforts disguised as humanitarian aid. Meanwhile, U.S. involvement, complicated by internal politics and broken diplomatic promises, continues to shape the conflict profoundly with uncertain outcomes. This complex interplay of local tactics, international diplomacy, and geopolitical interests highlights an urgent need for transparent, accountable, and genuinely humanitarian approaches to resolving this deepening crisis. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth discussions on global affairs.